how are you doing? Happy Thursday and Live with Barb. I am thankful that you're here, and as you are all jumping on, let me know where you're from. And if you've been here several times, thank you for coming back. If you are watching this on YouTube, make sure to give me a thumbs up because that helps with what YouTube likes and everything. Give me a comment, they like that even more. Same thing for Facebook, it just helps with getting everything out there. Cindy, thank you for sharing. Hello, hello. I'm just seeing you guys pop on here now. That is great. Hi, Nancy. Hi, everybody that's jumping on. I got some different projects for you tonight. I hope that you'll learn something new. It's always my goal to teach you something new or to bring something back that you might have forgotten about a long time that you learned in your early days of stamping if you've been a stamper a long time. So as I was trying to decide, and I always try to figure out what would everybody like to see. And since I don't get a lot of comments on what you want to see or what things that you like, I'm just going to go with some things that I like. Things that have piqued my interest, some new techniques that I've learned. So, with all that being said, I am glad you guys are all here. Hi, Donna. I'm just scrolling down the comments to see who all is here. And I am quite on time today. How do you guys like that, right? As long as Facebook doesn't change something on us, I'm good. I'm good to go. So, all right. Gosh, what can I tell you guys? I feel like Monday was so long ago, but I was just on here on Monday, and I just feel like it was forever ago. This week has been the longest week. I can't even tell you. I don't know why, but it sure has. So thank you, Linda, for stopping by. Cool. I'm glad that you always learn something. Good, good, good. So as you guys are jumping on, I have I always like to use the sentiment sets, and so I know I showed this one time. I think I showed it with the artistically inked suite or set that I had shared before I took a vacation. And I would love to share more things with you with that set, but right now it is on back order. And I always try to make sure that what I show you is something you can get right away. Hi, Marcia, I saw you just pop on. Welcome, glad that you're here. So, anyway, once that's back in stock, I will start showing that again. But I love that so much. So, hopefully I'll have lots of samples to show you with that set when it's back in stock and I can share more with you on that. Hi, Carol. I saw you just jump on. So, if you're just coming on, thank you for joining me. And again, my name is Barb. If you're watching this on YouTube, I hope that you will come back and join me every Thursday. I'm here every Thursday, 7 o'clock. And I just keep it real, guys. That's it. It's all live, and this is how I stamp, and hopefully you'll enjoy your time. Have a little giggles with me, talk to everybody else that's on there, and just enjoy. So I'm going to go ahead and turn you down. Thank you for sharing, Carol. I sure appreciate that. I am going to go ahead and turn you down, and we're going to get started in our projects, okay? So let's see. Oh, I wanted to mention too, right here you'll see my website. You can get all the products there, and that's the host code for June 2021, depending on when you're watching this video, because these stay up for a long time, and on YouTube. So, all right, I am going to go ahead and turn you down, and excuse me. We are going to use Sunny Sentiments. I love sentiment sets. The one that's in the holiday, not the holiday, January to June catalog. There's one in there called Happy Thoughts. That one is retiring. You can't get it anymore, and it's a great, great set. So make sure that you go in there and check that out. Actually, I have the book right here because I have something else to show you in here, and I'm going to find out where it's at. But I think that set is amazing. And anyway, Happy Thoughts, where are you? If you guys don't have, oh, here it is, right here, page 28, right here. And it has sentiments for the inside and for the outside, either way. Hi, Lynn. Thanks for joining. Glad you got off work. You know, I work till 5 o'clock on Thursdays, so it just gives me a little bit of time to get ready for our 7 o'clock stamping. But Happy Thoughts is a great set that you should think about getting in the January to June catalog, which is done at the end of June. So think about that. But for tonight, we're going to use Sunny Sentiments. This is in the annual catalog. It's a brand new set. I love it. And we are going to make a fun card. So what are we going to use? We're going to use cinnamon cider and early espresso. And we are going to use my the basic pattern decorative masks. And then I have a couple pieces of very vanilla, early espresso, and cinnamon cider. So that is what we're going to be using along with one of the blending brushes. So put these to the side. We're going to be using one of these for masking. And let's see, which one do I want to use? Excuse me. We are going to use this mask. I found that the like 6x6 size that your dies come in is a great holder for these. So if you put your dies on magnets or anything, this is a great way to hold these masking. These masks, they're called masks. They're called masks. And in the catalog, there's another package. Hi, Mary. Thanks for joining. There is another package. Let me get back in the back here where they are. I got a couple things going on here. Okay, here we go. Page 128. There is a new set of masks right here. I'm using the basic set. There is another set, and those masks are a great price. They are number 6. Where are you? 5, 6. They're $8 for 4 different masks that you can use. So, just an FYI there. So what we're going to do, another tip too is I like to tape this down, and I didn't bring my washi tape over here where I was sitting. I'm going to grab my scrap paper here. And we are going to do a little, what do I want to call it? Blending, using the blending brush. So I've got my vanilla underneath here. And what I think I'm going to do is go ahead and take my washi tape. And this is just old washi tape that we've had, so I just pulled out some. And because you know I have a lot of things. Basically, I have a gazillion things. I have a big sale coming up on Saturday the 26th. So, if you are looking for some retired sets, dies, inks, paper, designer paper, all kinds of stuff, you will find that. So if you skipped out a second, you're back. Okay, don't worry. I don't know what happened. My studio thing popped out, but you should be good. Sorry, I can see that it's glitching a little bit, but you should be back. I didn't lose anybody. I'm still live on Facebook. I'm looking and everything looks like it's working. Okay. But anyway, I have lots of stuff. And so if you're local, you can come between 10 and 1 on that Saturday, check everything out. But basically, you pay for, if you purchase $50 in retired products, you get to order $50 product total in the new catalog. Or, since it's still June, you can get it in the January to June catalog. So, if you want more information, you just let me know. There is information on my website about it under the calendar, and also on my Facebook page under events. So, washi tape. And I'm going to kind of tape this down onto my mask and catching the little bit of the vanilla paper and then onto the scrap paper. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to kind of do that the same way up here in the corner, and that should hold on for what I need, because I'm not going to do a ton. I'm going to use the cinnamon cider with my blending brush, and I am going to just take this brush and get some of the ink onto this brush. Okay, now before you start going onto the middle, you might want to just tap and get the heavy amount off. But I'm going to start swirling this onto the mask in the middle of my vanilla. Now, I don't know how easy you can see where my vanilla is on the live here, but it is here, and I can see it just fine working with it here. All right, I'm going to come off to the edge a little bit. I just want this kind of at an angle. Okay, just like that. All right, so you want to see the magic? This is where the magic happens. You just take this, you lift this off, and then you have your design. I'm going to pull this up so you can see it. See how it gives you a nice ombre effect? That's what you want. Okay? All right. Thank you for sharing, Taryn. I sure appreciate that. That's what I want. Now, if you want, you could take your brush and you could, come around the edges if you wanted to. But I've got most of that ink off of my brush. And I actually designate some of my brushes, like for browns, for oranges, for yellows, for things like that. Now, I'm going to still need my cinnamon cider, and I'm also going to need my early espresso, because we're going to use this. I'm trying to decide which one I want. A happy hello to you. I think we're going to do thank you for all the little things you do and for your big heart. That is the one we're going to use. And I just need to peel this off. Okay, and I bet you I don't have a... Okay, yeah, I got a block here. I can just clean that one. All right, let's see if I can get this on here. Now, a couple things you could do. You could use markers. Markers work well on the rubber, red rubber. You can use ink spots. We are going to... Let me make sure I have this straight. I don't think I have this straight. You got to get it straight. There we go. I am just going to use, there's a lot of things you could do. I could take washi tape and put it across here and then peel it off. Let's just show you how that works. This is another good, you can use washi tape. You can use, Post-it notes. Couldn't even think of that. Okay, so what I'm doing is I am covering up these bottom words with some washi tape. I'm going to take my early espresso and I'm going to ink this up. I'm going to ink up the thank you, the word thank you. Now, the most important thing after you do this is you got to remember to pull off this washi tape or you're going to have a mess on your card. But look at, see, those other words have nothing, so that's perfect. And I'm going to throw those away before I get my fingers all in that. Okay, so I am going to now be very careful and take my cinnamon cider and I'm going to ink up this. Now, it depends on your stamp if you can do this with your ink pads or not, honestly. But this is a way, if you don't have the markers, to make this happen. The hardest thing is to make sure that you're inked up on all the words. And by turning this sideways, I can see I've got ink on all the words. Okay, let's pray this is right. And so I'm going to take this and I'm actually going to just stamp it just like that. Making sure I have everything on there. Oh, look at that. Woohoo! It is beautiful. There you go. That was my plan, and it worked. Don't you love when you do something and it works? So, that is the front of my card. Let me grab a bone folder over here, and let's put our card together. This is just 5.5 by 8.5. This, let's see what that measures. It's easier with my little ruler here. And this one, sometimes I do the 3 3/4 by 5. That's the reason I have to measure it. But this is, yep, 3 3/4 by 5. And let's crease that down. I have a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 that I'm going to mount this to. Super easy card. And but it gives a little bit of a wow because of that technique using the blending brush and the ink. So this is mounted onto Early Espresso. Okay, just like that. And then I am going to go ahead and mount this onto. Now this could be a great Father's Day card. Let's say you have a guy, you could even use the small words inside. Yes, you sure could, Marcia. But with Father's Day coming up, let me put this on correctly, so it opens right. With Father's Day coming up, this is a great card to give someone that's just maybe a father figure that you have in your life. No frills and things, but it's a great masculine card, and we always need masculine cards, right? Hi Diana, thanks for joining. And then we're going to take this right here, and let's go ahead and just put this on the inside, because that cinnamon cider is just a little bit darker, so we want to have something on the inside there, just like that. Now if you wanted to, you could take your, I don't think there's anything left on here, but we could see, maybe take this and, I don't know, I'm going to see. Let's see if anything, it looks like there might be a little bit of ink. Kind of bring that on the inside here. Ooh, I think it worked, you guys. Look at that. It did. See there? So that brings the inside, coordinates the front to the inside. All right, what do you think of that? There's card number 1. So before I go on, I'm definitely going to go ahead and clean this stamp because it's got this dark ink on here. So let me just get that clean. Hey, if you're just jumping on, thanks so much. We are going to do 3 cards. Oh, you know what? I'm going to show you, I meant to make this a special fold. I did mean to make it, but let me show you the one that I did first. And I use the stamp set that I've been using a lot, and I don't have it over here, and I can't think of what the name of it is. But look, this is the one that I did, and I did the things on an angle, and I use, these are separate words. It just says hello friend, and look, I just made this little Z fold in the front. That's so yeah, you could just take the same exact thing and make this special fold with it. Okay, see that? All it is there's your front of your card, and then you just fold this back to the score line, and there you are. All right, so there's 2 different ideas with the same, you know, just a word set and then the masking. All right, there you go. There is card 1. So let me get this off of here because I got to use this block for our next little project. Okay, so there is that one. Let me put those where I can know where to find them when we are ready to show them at the end. Hi, Carrie. I'm glad you guys like those. All right. So the next little project is using this little fun little set that I think you either like it or you don't, okay? It wasn't my favorite top of the list when I first got it, but there are some darn cute little things with this. And if you have any grandkids or children that you know in, at church or in the family, whatever, your little grandkids' friends even, that kind of thing. This is a way cute set. So I'm going to show you remind you of a couple things and show you a new embossing folder, which I think is really nice. But we're going to be using this set, and let me just grab what we need for that. So what you need, I have a piece of 5.5 by 8.5 is your main base. I have a piece of Bermuda Bay that is 4 1/8 by 5 1 2 3/8. Okay, and that's going to be part of our front. Then I have some pumpkin pie. That's a color we haven't used a lot. These colors look really fun for birthday. It's just really bright and cheery. Hi, Margaret. Rhode Island. Good to have you here, and thank you so much for sharing. So I have these folders. Should have kept my little thing over here, my catalog. But I have these folders, and I want to show you. And they work fabulous in the mini embossing machine. But you have checks, and you have like blocks, gingham maybe, and polka dots. And I am using the polka dots. It's $8 for 2, and so here is the check. It's hard to see. I didn't run that through to see how it works, but this is the polka dot. We're going to use the polka dot. So all you're going to do, for those of you that have never seen embossing, basically, and I don't have the mini. I'll tell you a secret. I have a mini, but it's going to be a giveaway soon, coming up soon, for some different things, or event that I have coming up. But I don't have a mini that I use every day. I just use my regular one because these go through the regular or the mini. But you're going to take this and we're going to run it through the emboss folder. Now, my plates are very used, okay? But if you get this embossing machine, it tells you what you need. And for the die, I need base plate 1. Where am I? Folder, excuse me, for the embossing folder. That's what we're using, not the die. I need my base plate, which is 1, and I need 2 number 3s. So I make a sandwich. The base plate, you put the number 3, you put this down, and they tell you to put your hinge where this hinges. That goes through first, and then the number 3 goes on top. And I have my embossing machine right next to me here. So I'm just going to run it through, and take me just a second here. And you can see how fast that works. Sorry that you're shaking, but that's because I'm running the embossing machine through here. And let me show you what that does. It gives you this fabulous 3D polka dots. See that? And then the indented side on here. Doesn't it look kind of like a Band-Aid? But there you go. So we're going to use that. I have pre-done a circle. Now you could use your layering circles. If you kept your punches, I keep my circle punches. I used 2.5 inch punch here. Yes, they still work fine, Mary, absolutely. I don't think I told you what this piece was. I think this piece was 5 1/4. And I don't know what happened. I think I cut this too small. Let's see here. This is 5 1/4. And my Bermuda Bay is short, but that'll be fine. It'll all work. Okay? And this piece is for the inside. It's 4 by 5 1/4. So while this is here and in the space, I'm going to go ahead and do my base. And we're going to just go ahead and put this on the inside. Got quiet there for a second. But yeah, this is just going to fit right on the inside of the black. I chose the black because, you know, these little party puffins, they're black and they're cute as can be. So I chose to use that. Alright, so we're going to do the party puffin, stamp him first. And I have him right here. We're going to use this one out of this stamp set. Now, two things. We have two different blacks that we use. One is the Tuxedo Black Memento pad, which is alcohol-based, and it goes perfectly with our blends. That's what you want to use with your blends. Or you can just do basic black stamping with it. We also have the Stays On. This is a waterproof pad. It's also more opaque, so it's more of a solid black. So I chose to use this, and we're going to use markers instead of blends. All right, so a lot of you have markers, I know, and we just don't use them much. But when you use the Stays On, the markers are the way to go. Because this is waterproof, actually with the Memento, because it's alcohol-based, it can smear with the water-based markers. So I like to turn this upside down, and I'm just going to ink this up, making sure that it's nice and inked. And this is kind of a sticky pad, so you do want to make sure that it's not dry, because you don't want it to, if it's too dry, it'll rip your paper because it's just sticking so hard. Okay, so let's make sure that this little guy is, and I'm going to hold my paper down as I pull this up, and look at that. It's so awesome. Nice and dark. No little pieces in there that are not solid. So there's that. Now, because Stays On is a waterproof pad, you will want to clean this with Stays On Cleaner, which is in the catalog, and you can get it. So for that, that's why I do like to use my Stampin' Scrub. And what you have two choices. You can take your cleaner, your Stays On Cleaner, and you can put it right on your stamp, or you can rub it into the cleaner, the scrub. I can't talk. The scrub itself. So I'm going to take this, and I am just going to put some of this on here. It's kind of oil based, I guess. I don't know. That's what it reminds me of. See how it's kind of wet with that? So I'm going to take that. It's like a solvent, and I'm just going to rub this. Sorry if you guys bounce a little bit. I have my, and see there? It's clean. That's what you do. Dry it off on this other side, and then my stamp is ready to go back into the case. Okay? But yeah, you do need Stays On Cleaner if you have the Stays On pad. My recommendation is using the Stampin' Scrub instead of the chamois when you are using Stays On ink. Okay? Okay, got that done. Now let's go ahead and stamp on our Bermuda Bay. I'm going to let that, make sure that's nice and dry before I do anything there. We're going to stamp on this, and what I want to do, I've got Happy Birthday, and I have Make a Wish, and then I have these cute little candles. Oh my gosh. Okay, and those are just going to be tone on tone. We're going to use Bermuda Bay. So here we go. I got to get all this stuff out of my way here. Crowding in on me, crowding in on me. Got to have some arm space, you know, to stamp. Okay, so let's go ahead. I am going to just ink up Happy Birthday with the Bermuda Bay. And I am just going to make this fun. I'm going to stamp like that. And let's come down here. I'm going to come on the inside, making sure my birthday shows up. Okay, I think I got enough of that. And now I'm gonna go ahead and do some candles. Making sure I can get those in there. Okay, just like, let's see here. And, oh boy, I touched it, so I have to stamp it there. Okay, now I also have Make-A-Wish, so I'm going to try to fit this in. Try to fit this in like right here. Perfect. I love it. Okay, so Make-A-Wish, happy birthday, and candles, right? Okay, so let's move those. Actually, I can't break this habit, you guys. I get so crazy if I don't clean my stamps as I go. Do you ever feel that way? I'm going to go ahead and keep those candles because I'm going to stamp those on the inside of the inside of the card because I have white in there, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and use the Bermuda Bay and put those like right here. Maybe I'll come up here and stamp again, just like that. Give us a little stamping on the inside. Of course, this would be great on the envelope, but you know I don't have any envelopes over here with me. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is some super easy marker coloring, and again, I have Bermuda Bay, I have the crushed curry yellow, and the pumpkin pie. So what are we going to do? We are going to color this pretty little hat, and of course, now you have two ends on this marker. Now the fine tip end is very fine tip, so I think I am going to use the fat tip end. And again, on your markers, you've got a large line and a skinny line, and that's for the skinny tip and the fat tip. Okay, kind of like the blends where you can see the fat end and the skinny end. But anyway, Bermuda Bay hat, and I'm barely touching this on here because if you mash down too hard, it's kind of ugh. And I'm going to go ahead with the Bermuda and do that little puff up there. And the reason for that is because this is going to be, oh, my orange is a little used. So when the tips get a little bit used up, just be careful on how you're mashing down, you know. So let's see here. Let me see if I want to do his feet in the crushed curry or in the orange. I think we're going to do his feet in the crushed curry. All right, get that added in there. There we go. And then we will go ahead and do the pumpkin pie. And I'm going to see if yeah, that one's okay. So I'm going to do my circles in the pumpkin pie dots because that's what we have in our embossed folder. You never knew that, Carrie. You never knew what? Because I'm on a delay and I don't remember what it is that I said. I've been giving all these tips. So tell me what it is you didn't know. Okay, there is our little party guy. See how cute he is? I think he's cute. You know what? I don't have my black marker, but a fun thing to do is you could draw some little lines under his feet so he doesn't look like he's just kind of floating there. I might do that after I get done. I don't have a black marker right here. So we're ready to put this together. Okay, so let's take our embossed dots. That's going to go right onto the Bermuda Bay. Over here a little bit. I'm going to leave a little bit of Bermuda on the side. And just like that. And then we're going to take some dimensionals. Oh, the marker lines. Oh, good. I'm glad that, okay. Yeah, it's just like the blends. If you look at the blends, I think that they have a skinny end and a fat end, or fat line and a skinny line. And that's what that means too. So my party guy, he's going to go, let's see here. Where should we put him, at the top or the bottom? Let's put him up here. And just like that. Okay. Where did I put my set? Okay. You know, it's too bad there's no little, you know, like speckles or anything like that in the set where you could put something on there. Like dots. I was thinking dots. But we can always add some of these fabulous gems. So I'm going to get my little gem box over here and see what we have. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. I can't reach that far. What color should we use, you guys? I don't think I have anything that's Bermuda Bay. I don't have anything that's orange, except I do have these fun guys. I got some Coastal Cabana, and don't have any of those. All right, so we're going to use these. Actually, I've got some orange ones right here. These are the artistry sequins. I use them a lot, and we are going to use those. All right, because we need a little bling here. So let's go ahead and use the small one here. And I just think that sometimes these sequins make such a difference on where you put them. After I've looked at a card, you know, that I've done, and I feel like, oh, that is just out of place. It does not look right there. And what should we do? How about if we just do that? That way it gives it a little fun. Okay, we are ready to put this together on the front of our card. So let's go ahead and put our stamp and seal down. And honestly, you guys, I know a lot of people use both. There are some in Dress to Impress. Oh, yeah, I got some in a lot of different sets. I just don't have them right over here with me, Donna, but you're right. Okay. There we go. And I didn't want a ton of the black showing, so you'll see that that's why this card was a little bit different size. But there you go. Fun little card for somebody fun. Somebody that's got a birthday. All right, card number 2. Let me show you a few samples. I do have some samples that I got in a swap, and I don't know if I've shared these with you already or not, but I'm going to share them again for those of you that have not seen them. But here is one that's using the designer paper from the Hostess set, and that sparkly, what's the color? A Highland Heather, gorgeous Highland Heather. I don't know if I don't think it's Gorgeous Great. Yeah, it's the Highland Heather with a little bit of sparkle in there. And then here's one that's kind of fun with pink. It's all with the polished pink. Isn't that cute? And this is the tags dies that we got in the new catalog. I don't have those, but it's really cool. Now, how cute is this? Look at that. Little, I think you did some flecking, you know, with the marker. You could do that. I didn't even think about that. I could have done that. And then this is really cool. It just cuts the inside. It just cuts the cardstock's indentation. It doesn't cut it all the way apart. So, fun little one. And a lot of people use this one for the swap. And here is that psychedelic background stamp that we have using the Fresh Freesia. I don't have that background stamp either. But I thought I'd share those samples with you that I have. So there's card number 2. The last card is a little more involved. So those of you that have been stamping a while, I know you like the little more involved sets. So let me grab all the things that I need for this. as I get some of these things out of my way, okay? Go there. Get this out of here. Okay, I got lots of little parts and pieces here. We're going to use some green, and wouldn't you know, I did not get my base. Excuse me. Let me grab, I need a 5.5 by 8.5. 1 second here, you guys. I just need to grab it. It's right here. Got everything kind of at my fingertips. And we're going to need a cutter for this one. So this just needs to be 5.5 by 8.5. So I'm going to measure over to 5.5. I got my cutter upside down so that you can't see very well. There we go. So I'm just going to go over to 5.5 right here, measuring 5.5, and then just take the cutting blade, which is the darker, and then slice that right in half. Okay. Now you can also score your cards here if you prefer to do the scoring with the tool instead of just using your hands to fold it over and use the bone folder. I'm stuck behind my curtain here. What's behind the curtain? Storage. I don't know what I've got going on here. That's crazy. Oh well. I just looked up and there it was. All right. So score 4 1/4. That's your basic score for a 5.5 by 8.5. You don't use the dark, you use the light. That is the scoring tool. You just slide that, gives you the scoring line, and just folds it right over for you. Now, sometimes I do like, see how it pops open like that? I do like to use the bone folder so that it stays down better. So let's just do that, and this is just basic white. Okay. So what I've done is I have pre-cut, I believe it is 4 by 5 1/4, and I have pear pizzazz, and I have soft sea foam, 2 greens. That's what we're using. Now I'm going to cut these at the same time, and I saw this technique done by Dina Rico. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to take this and we are going to just put it at an angle, and we are going to make a cut. No measuring, just slice both pieces at the same time. And then let's open this and let's make another cut. Let's go like this, and there we go. Like I said, no measuring, we're just going to cut these pieces. All right, so we're done with the cutter. Let me get that out of the way. And so what we're going to do is we can make 2 cards here, okay? So we are going to just switch these out, just like that. Okay? So these pieces line up and go together, just like that. Now I have pre-cut a piece of the basic white, which is the 4 by 5 1/4, because I'm going to put those onto here, because we're going to run this through with an emboss folder here in just a second. Okay, so let's go ahead, get myself together here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the liquid glue. Your chair hit the curtain? Yeah, I know. Probably when I got up, I think is what happened. All right, so I'm going to just glue this down onto my basic white, okay? And I'm using this liquid glue. See how little I'm using? It's just barely a little bit. That way it's not seeping out the sides, but it still holds very well. Make sure I got this the right way. And this is just going to fit right end to end on this white base. And it's this way, you'll see why I want to make sure to have it onto a base when I put this together. Okay? All right, let's just get this glued down, and we'll go to our next step. Whoops, wrong way. Here we go. you want to make sure that you butt that right up to that other piece, okay? And last one. Has anybody seen this before? This type of cutting technique? This was new to me when I saw the demonstration. Okay, so there's what we have. It's all on the white. So now we are going to be using the, let me see, I've got it right here, guys. Ugh. The folders again. Tonight I was focusing a little bit on the folders. Dandelions right here in the corner on page 154. It's a $10 folder. It is a, what do you call it? 3D. It is the 3D. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run this through here, and when you do this, you want to make sure that the raised side is on the bottom and the indented side is on the top, or making sure the Stampin' Up! Is on the top. So let's put this in, and I'm going to run it through. I want to make sure that I've got my dandelions kind of in the green a little bit, making sure that just like that. Okay, can you see how I've got that in there? All right, so let me run this through. And with this, when you do the 3D, you have to have the 3D plate. So what does that mean? You look here and it says you need number 1 and you need number 4. And this is what my number 4, it comes with the embossing machine. So, all right, let's put this in here. Again, the hinge goes at the top. And I'm sorry if you're going to jiggle a little bit, but it's on the table here, so I would be able to just do this as I am on here as we go. So, goes through a little bit tighter in the with the 3D, but there. Okay. Sorry for the bounce. You need a little excitement there in your watching, don't you? Okay, look at that. It looks fabulous, but we're going to do something else to make it even better. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to take a sponge dauber and the pigment, the craft white. And what we're going to do is, let me put this glue away here. We are going to kind of highlight the embossing that's here. So I'm just going to tap this into the white ink, and then I'm going to rub that onto my embossed area. It looks so good, you guys. Now, it's not going to show up as much on that lighter green, but wait till I bring it up and show you, okay? And then I am going to bring it down. I'm going to pull it, rub it over onto my dandelions stems here. Okay, all right. So look at that. See how it really just makes that pop right out? It's fabulous. All right, so there's that, and darn it, don't you know it? Oh, I'm telling you, I get everything and I put it in baskets for the time that we're stamping, and sure enough, I forget another thing. So 1 second here. My strip of white that I need is over here where my little jewels were at. I keep catching underneath my curtain there, right? I feel like the Wizard of Oz. Okay, we are going to use Wishing You All the Best with the Garden Wishes stamp set. You guys, I'm going to show you some samples with this. This is so awesome. This set, I just love this. I love, love, love. I actually have a tutorial. I'm going to show you the samples, but I have the tutorial for sale for $15 if you want the tutorial after you see some of these samples that I had in the class that we did. So, all right, we are going to use Wishing You All the Best. We're going to set that over to the side for a minute. And I have this little scrap here. Using Pear Pizzazz, we're going to ink up Wishing You All the Best. Making sure I have it inked up. And let's stamp that. I don't know if I'm straight. I think I am. We're gonna hope I am. Gosh, I hope I don't have the hiccups. Okay, there we have Wishing You All the Best in Pear Pizzazz. Let me just clean this so I feel better. Okay, that's done. Now, I just need to grab my scissors here because I don't want this. I've got this white on the end. I'm stuck. Got this white, and I just want, well, how about, I think I've showed you this before, but this is a great way. We're going to do this. We're going to clip to the middle, and then you just come in from the side and cut to the middle, and cut to the middle to make your banner. Now, yes, we do have a punch that does this. I do have the retired one also, but this is when you make a last minute decision to do a banner tip. There you go. All right, another little secret in the catalog, I don't know if you guys realize, but this carried over, and this was in the Halloween stuff from the fall catalog, and it is, it's called the Metallic Mesh Ribbon, and it's like silver. It's hard to see, but you'll be able to see it up here. Let me see, bring it up here, see if you can see that mesh, but it's got silver in it. It's so cool. So we are going to use some of this because it looks like, you know how dandelions, when you blow on them, they blow away when they're in the white. They're dead, I guess, the seeds. Anyway, that's what we're going to use. I'm going to use some of this, and it reminds me of just like floating away, you know? So this is just cool ribbon. I didn't buy it because it was in the Halloween stuff, and I didn't really get any Halloween stuff last year. So, all right. So what are we going to do? We're going to take this. We're just going to put a little bit of adhesive kind of right there where this saying is going to go. I'm going to lay this down right there. Guys, this is so cool. I wish you could see through the screen and see how awesome this stuff is. Before, you know, sometimes looking at the camera, it's just so hard to really see the greatness of the projects, to be honest. I know a lot of you have stopped by and seen projects after I've done them, and they just are amazing. Okay, so this is going to go on top of my little mesh area, my ribbon here, and we are going to just put that right in the middle, just like that. Look at that. See that metallic in there? Just like that. And then this is actually going to go on top of here. Oh, look at that. Before I put this down, look at the indentation on the back side. See that? So you could use this either way, really. But yeah, we're going to put this on top. This would be so pretty with different colors, with the blues, with the pinks, oranges, any color. I just thought the green went really well with the dandelion stuff. Okay, so there we are, the card. Now, let's go ahead and I store my dies inside there and my little magnet piece. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to I think I'm going to take this little piece that looks like the dandelions are flying away. We are going to take that, and I'm going to use my Pear Pizzazz, and I'm going to stamp that on the inside. Let's give something on the inside here, okay? So we'll just do full strength, lighter, lighter, lighter. Woo, get a lot out of that. I'm going to do one more, kind of going off a little bit. Anyway, just to give it something on the inside. The dandelion's blown away. All right, let's clean that off. And I have one last thing that we are going to add, and that is these little metallic pearls. And it goes so nice with the metallic ribbon here. So, if I can figure out my little sticker spot here. Thank you guys. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, like I said, this cut I had never done before, so I was trying to come up with something, and when you see the pictures when I post them, yeah, it's really cool with this the white on the indented, embossed. I can't talk. All right, we're going to add the silver, the little silver guys here, and so because it coordinates with this ribbon phenomenally. So let's go ahead and grab these and just put some here and one more kind of right there. Just adding that little extra on there, okay? And that does it for our cards. So let me grab, here is the one that I did. You can see the white, I think, differently. It just looks different in the different light, you know? So, there's the one with the banner, one without the banner. Awesome. So cool. You guys have to try this and with the colors that you like. So, let me show you the samples that I did and that we had done in the class. Some of them, I'll tell you the ones in the class, in the tutorial, okay? So, let me put this up here, put this out of the way, and you can see them better if I put them here. You know, there's one of these lights that is really bugging me over here. It's shining down on there, but, okay. So, it has, I use the dandelion cards and envelopes. Let me grab this. So this stamp set and the dies are in the new catalog. However, if you look at the sale prices right now, you can get the Dandy laser cut paper for $5.75. You can get the Memories and More card pack, which is this card, and the envelopes, which, let me grab one, are awesome. They have a design on the front, and then they have the design on the inside. But yeah, take a look. So there's one. Here's another. You also have the little sticker pieces that are in the Memory and More pack. This is done with the laser cut. That is $5. Those are awesome. Also the ladybugs. Let's see. I don't know that they were, I looked at the things that were discontinued, and the things that are no longer available are the, the ice cream paper's gone, the hydrangea paper is gone, and I think there's one stamp set that's gone. Anyway, but they still have these laser cut paper, so they're in the ladybugs. The ladybug trinkets are $3.75, but this is using the Memories and More card pack along with the cards and envelopes. Here's one that's in the tutorial. And then here is a fun fold that's in the tutorial. Here is another one that is laser cut. Isn't that cool? And then here are some that I have that were extra ideas and that are in the tutorial. But these are only using, well, I did use a die in the back here, the floral die. But yeah, look at this one. This is using the white, coloring in with the white. Awesome. This is such a pretty card. And it's on the crumb cake. And then here you go, using the same die that I just demoed, with the stickers and laser cut. That's the part that's the tutorial, color tutorial. And then just really quick, I have a couple other samples that I love. This one, I took this idea from Meg Loven. Here's one I did with the Memories and More in the laser cut in the card and envelope. This one, I believe, was from one of my downline that did this in one of our swaps, Yvonne. And then this one I love. Use the little die that's got the little bee, you know, representing the bee fluttering around. But yeah, so cool. I love it. I love it. Now, what did we learn tonight? A couple things. We learned how to do this special cutting and to do 2 cards at once and then using the dies. We made the Party Puffin fun little birthday card and using some of the new emboss folders. And then we made a masculine card using the sponge brushes or the blending brush and Sunny Sentiments set. And then here is the special fold I did using a different stamp set, and I can't think of the name of that stamp set. Anyway, so that's what we, the 3 cards that we did this evening. And don't forget that if you place an order with me that's $30 this month, you're going to get the card kits to do this card, one of the kits from the Your Amazing set. Thank you, Mary. I'm glad that you love them all. This awesome idea using the pansy paper and the strawberry punch and set. And then lastly, we did the, technique was using the baby white. But yeah, this is with color and contour set. So, and then if you go to $50, you get a free embellishment from me. So I hope that you were inspired with something tonight. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I have got to go back and take a look at all of you that shared that have been sharing the video in the last couple, 2 or 3 weeks. I'm going to put all those names that shared into a hat, and I have a free stamp set for someone that of all the ones that have shared. But I have to see, in order for me to do that, I have to go back and I have to look at statistics and things like that that are on my business page. So watch for that, and if I don't have your address, I'll be reaching out to you once you win. Hi, Elaine. Rainy North Carolina. Okay. Wow. It's been really hot and nice here. All right. So I want to say thanks again, and you guys have a fabulous night. I look forward to seeing you again soon. I'll be stamping. I've been trying to put some classes together, and I think that I'm going to be having one class that is hand penned. So if you have that stamp set, you might want to watch for I'll be working on a class for that right there. It's awesome, you guys. It's amazing. It looks like a little flower set, but oh my goodness, the paper and the set with the dies, it's awesome. Thanks again for joining me, and I hope that you will come back again next Thursday. If not sooner, I will see you soon. Bye-bye.